Then we'll call the calendar for purposes of announcement. Position 1, Paulk versus Allen.
Yes.
I can't see it. Okay, Paulk here. Okay. Mr. Allen at the jail.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's all right. A few minutes. Okay, I want to do position 1 first. Tony Lamar Paulk versus Roscoe Allen. That'll be number 1. You come forward, take one of the tables. All right, if you'll get Mr. Allen.
All right.
Okay, this is 20V035, Tony Lamar Paulk versus Roscoe Allen, coming on for a hearing on the petitioner's motion for extension of a stalking protective order. All right, Mr. Paulk, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
All right, then, Mr. Allen, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, Mr. Paulk, do you have any witnesses other than yourself?
No, I do not.
Mr. Allen, do you have any witnesses other than yourself? Potentially?
No, I do not.
Potentially, okay. All right, thank you very much. All right, Mr. Paulk, do you have any opening statement?
Yes, sir.
Before you might have an opportunity to testify, do you have an opening statement prior to testimony? You're not required to give an opening statement, but you're entitled to.
Well, one thing is that I think that both of them are going to be parallel, so.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Allen, you also have a right to give an opening statement. You're going to have a right to testify if you wish to in just a moment. But right now will be an opportunity, if you wanted to give an opening statement, for you to do so.
I don't have an open statement at all.
Okay, thanks, sir. All right, Mr. Paulk, if you'll come up and take a stand. You'll raise your right hand.
I swear affirm testimony about to give me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Please be seated. All right, please state your name.
My name is Tony Lamar Paulk.
All right, Mr. Paulk, you have filed a motion to extend a temporary protective order, a stalking TPO related to Mr. Allen. And now's your opportunity to tell me why you filed that motion.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Basically, I'm here to ask the court to make the restraining order against Mr. Allen permanent. Over the past few months, I've heard that Mr. Allen continues to state that he's going to F. Tony Paulk up. I've also been told that Mr. Allen has stated that he had something for Tony Paulk when he's released from jail. Additionally, I have been told that Mr. Allen's conduct at the Coffee County Jail has been irrational in nature. I was even told that while incarcerated, Mr. Allen was still arguing, fussing, and fighting. With all the talking rumors, I became very concerned about Mr. Allen's alleged comments and threats towards me and to harm me when he's released. So I decided to make an open records request of Mr. Allen's file from the Coffee County Jail. On December the 8th, 2020, Mr. Allen was in a physical altercation with another inmate. Mr. Allen's interaction with another inmate in a very controlled environment ended with him fighting. Disciplinary segregation penalty imposed was 3 days. On January 19, 2021, Mr. Allen caused another disturbance by arguing with another inmate. The report states that Mr. Allen was asked to calm down more than once. Another sergeant overheard the argument and asked Mr. Allen to calm down. he refused to calm down. Disciplinary segregation penalty imposed for 7 days. On January 25th, 2021, an officer was sent to Mr. Allen's location because he was disgruntled about something. The officer asked Mr. Allen to calm down, and Mr. Allen called the officer, according to the report, ML. The incident was about a towel. I say again, the incident was about a towel. Disciplinary segregation penalty imposed was 7 days. In totality, I am greatly concerned for my safety. Mr. Allen's behavior continues to appear to be irrational. Even while incarcerated, Mr. Allen continues to exhibit behavior of anger and aggression towards inmates and officers. The aggression towards law enforcement while incarcerated greatly concerns me. After being disciplined, Mr. Allen continues to cause disturbances while incarcerated. Mr. Allen does not respond well to law enforcement. With the aforementioned incidents, I am confident that Mr. Allen continues to pose an immediate threat to my safety. I'm asking the court to elevate the protective order to permanent to protect me from Mr. Allen. Thank you very much.
Just a moment. All right, this temporary protective order stalking was issued some time ago. See, it was issued in January of 2020, January 21st of 2020. Since that time, has there been any, do you allege there's been any violation of the stalking TPO?
Well, I do have some questions about whether or not it was violated through the actions of another individual that I believe Mr. Allen is in constant contact with.
Well, my question is, he's in jail today for some reason. Did he violate, you allege that he violated the stalking TPO?
He violated that, I think, back in August.
In what manner?
I was at George Washington Carver Center addressing some citizens. Mr. Allen, while traveling south on Gaston Avenue, stopped, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but the videotape was clear about what he said. That he was going to do some type of harm to me or something like that. I don't exactly remember that. I wasn't prepared to answer that question. And at that time, I called law enforcement. Law enforcement asked for a copy of the restraining order. I gave them the restraining order, and then they served, went and arrested Mr. Allen.
All right, Mr. Allen, you have a right to cross-examine the witness. You don't have a right to argue with him, but you certainly have a right to ask relevant questions at this time.
Well, first of all, some of those comments that Mr. Paulk is talking about is false. Matter of fact, I'm saying so.
Okay, you're gonna have a right to testify in just a moment and to dispute each and everything that he has said if you choose to. But right now, procedurally, is the opportunity for you to ask questions of this witness.
Okay, well, I got a question to ask. As a matter of fact, on that first TPO, I'm saying, I don't understand, I had a witness, as a matter of fact, I'm saying, on that one said I had been talking to him for 2 years at the churches, at the restaurant, and also it said that when I came down to his business, he avoided me and went home now. Now, my point on this right here is now, he said I've been talking to him for 2 years now. Now, if I was talking to him for 2 years, sure, he should have been took out a one on that for the time he said it, 2 years. Also, too, the last thing on that one.
Hold on. You have a question. Now's an opportunity to ask a question.
Well, I asked the question, why did he say I had been talking to him for 2 years at the restaurant, at the church? I wouldn't go to church with and all that. Never been out of place for it come down there and he go on. I'm coming, where does this come from? That's all I want to know. Where it come from? What reason? Can you answer that? What reason now?
I would say that an incident that you should remember is when your cousin or your nephew, Arian Bennett, when he had a restaurant at Paulk Plaza, the barbecue place. You got an altercation with me inside the restaurant, and your nephew asked us to leave. So we stepped outside. He escorted us outside. Then you continued your beratement of me as I was walking away. And then your nephew again asked us to go away because we were impacting his business. So we've had numerous conversations. I gave you that example primarily because you should remember that one.
Okay. Well, can I rebut on that now, Judge?
Yeah, you're gonna have an opportunity to testify in just a moment. Do you have any,
Okay, that's
do
good.
you have any questions for Mr. Paulk?
That's falsified what you just said. That's the question I got for him.
Okay, well, that's not a question, so you'll have a right to rebut it in just a moment, okay?
Okay, no problem.
Any other questions?
No, I don't have no other questions.
All right, sir, you may be seated.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Allen, now would be your opportunity to testify if you choose to.
Okay.
Do you wish to testify at this time?
Yeah, I want to clear myself up on all the falsifying statements.
Okay. I do want to just inform you that you are under arrest and under indictment for aggravated stalking at this time. Obviously, you are presumed innocent of that charge. But anything that if you're sworn in here and you make a statement, anything you say can be used against you. You know that you have a lawyer right now, and you have an opportunity to discuss this with your lawyer before you testify. Do you still wish to testify here today?
I just want to clarify the falsification. That's all I want to do.
No problem. Just raise your right hand, sir.
solemnly swear affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
State your name.
My name is Roscoe.
All right, Mr. Allen, you may proceed.
Okay, first of all, the last statement he made about I came down there to my nephew who was in his place out. When I came down was I showed him a copy of the receipts and stuff that I had done on that trailer park where I was told that about reimbursing my $42,000 for running water sewer line. And with that, what he was talking about, he said that he had no problem reversing my money, and I went to court on that, and he denied me on that. It was a 3-3. He had a chance to break the tiebreaker to reverse my money because they had a policy where if you put a subdivision in the city, that the city could run the water and sewer line for you, see. Well, I found out about it, see. So that's what he talking about. It wasn't about no relying on organ. It was about that right there, about reimbursing my $42,000 like for me running the water sewer line at 50-lot subdivision. And like I said, the city they run out for it, electricity, sanitation, everything. He agreed that no problem, I had to get on the gym. So I got on the gym and he voted 3-3, he voted against me. That's what he talking about down there at my nephew place, where he was renting from him on the block down there. That's what he talking about. That's a fight.
Okay. Any other testimony? Anything else you'd like to say?
I got to say right here too. The only reason why Mr. Paulk is up here in your office, they acknowledge him because General Municipal Association, they regulate every official in the state of Georgia by them. So, Mr. Paulk, they go to city charge, which I had, tell everybody they put at the city, I even do on air, because what the king can't do. So I had some violations, alter violation, ethics violation. Also, I had already talked with General Association attorney who regulate every official in the state of Georgia. I already talked with the board of election in Atlanta, Georgia. I already talked with the attorney general office. The only reason I talked to him because he was mad because I could impeach him out of office. That's all it's about right here. I have never stopped no talking about no 2 years at no churches, at no restaurant or anything. So that's a fight. I'm saying that, but that's what it's all about, impeachment. And I can't impeach him legally and right. And I have a right to go down there when I get on the agenda. You have a right to talk long as you want to the agenda. Now, when they had city commission meeting, when they get to it all day, finish, then you have only 3 minutes. You state your name and your address. That's all you got. I have a right to get on the agenda, go down there. You don't get and talk long I want to. A lot of times he can let me talk for a minute. He has supposed to escort out, which is a violation. He cannot do that. The 2 things for him to do down at that radio. He decides over the city commission meeting, he breaks down and that's it by bringing orders. So he has no authority. All the stuff he's saying is falsified. That's a fact. Gentlemen, sister, I have talked with gentlemen, say to turn it over to let the people regulate every petition. I talked with the attorney general office and folks to go let that down. So it's 2 things I told him in the meeting. I can impeach him, take out $210,000 in Superior Court, and bring my charges. The next is I can recall him. You gotta have 15 cents of the right info to recall him. He's mad, but I can impeach him out of office. That's all it's about.
Is there anything else?
No, I got nothing else to say, Judge. Thank you. Well, man, I got one more thing, sir. Yes, on my mind. If you don't mind, I got one more thing to say.
Okay. I'll listen.
Okay. As a matter of fact, about those disciplinary from the courthouse, from the jailhouse here.
Yeah.
I got a copy of all that, that's not, those not fighting neither. I got a copy every time, I got a copy of everything he just said for Paulk at the jailhouse. I ain't talking to nobody, all that. I don't know where you get this from. But the falsified story, that's all it is. That's a fight. I still got some else I can say. Whoops, I got one more thing to say too, Judge.
Okay.
You don't mind?
I don't mind.
Also, there is a law called Best Lawsuit. That's what I can file on Mr. Paulk. I can sue him because you cannot take a one on anybody without probable cause. He has no probable cause to do what he done. So I have the right to take a lawsuit out against the mayor called a Best Lawsuit. That was a fight. I got some more laws too, you want them?
Okay, based upon the evidence adduced at the hearing, the court finds by a preponderance of the evidence that the petitioner has made out his case for extension of the temporary protective order, and the court has made it a permanent protective order, effective as of today. I do want to clear up one thing while we're on the record. Mr. Allen, it has been stated in that you're being held on a civil case. This is a civil case. You're not being held in jail on a civil case. That would be impossible. You're being held in jail because of a warrant which was taken for aggravated stalking on July 21st, 2020 by a law enforcement officer. As you know, you had a hearing on your motion for bond back in August of last year before a different Superior Court judge, and that was denied. As you're aware, you were indicted by a grand jury of this county, and that indictment was opened on December 9th, 2020 for the aggravated stalking. You've had a subsequent bond hearing in front of me on December 17th, 2020. So you're being held on the charge of aggravated stalking, not on any type of a civil case. Now, having said that, you're still in jail, and you know, we're at a time right now where the Supreme Court of Georgia has stayed any type of a jury trial. And I'm concerned, obviously, that you're in jail, and right now I can't give you a jury trial. My understanding is that the Supreme Court of Georgia will be soon lifting the stay on jury trials, and we'll be able to start processing these cases. And obviously your case will be one of the cases at the very top of the docket, because you know, you either have to have a trial or a bond, one or the other. So understand that as it relates to your criminal case, and that's not what we're here for today, but while I have you here, I did want to explain to you that we are going to work quickly to try to afford you your right to a trial by jury as soon as possible. Okay, with those comments, that's the order of the court. All right, if you want to stay in the courtroom, the clerk will make a copy and get it to you, okay? Okay, thank you. Good luck to you, Mr. Allen.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mr. Metz, Chelsea Lee Williams, Renee Wolfolk, and he is Wolfolk and Williams.
Don't be her like that again. Never again. But let me tell you something, brother. This is what you find out.
You can't do that.
This is what you find out right here.
But you gonna lock somebody up for
right here in this town of Douglas, Georgia. Right here in this town called Douglas, Georgia. This is what you face every day. See, they still stuck back in the Jim Crow laws here in Douglas, Georgia. Here in Douglas, Georgia, where they ain't family rules. But we understand this is about political propaganda. We understand this is about money. We understand that Tony Paulk just has sold his soul. When a brother can't recognize another brother, see, that's an issue with that. And Tony, I'm coming to tell you that lions on your back and sign you're gonna fall. Because of what's seen of another man will fall on your back. Now, see, we're on uprise. We're not the voice to be quiet. We stand up for spirit and truth. This is Boston Black footprint. We don't fold down. We don't put our tails between our legs. We stand for right. We stand for God come first. So, Tony, y'all better realize, Douglas, that I'm here.
All right.
Y'all realize I'm here. I know I'm here.
Come on.
I know that stands for.
Come here. Hey, can y'all come here?
One other question I want to have for all of y'all. With this high-profile case that's dealing with the mayor and Roscoe Allen, do y'all think that something this high-powered would call for the newspaper, TV station? Do you think that this should concern anybody?
It don't call for them because they already know the damn outcome.
They already
knew what the outcome was going to be.
They already know.
They already had their minds made up, Mr. Rhines.
The sheriff already told them, don't come to his county.
No, you don't know that.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. Okay, well say that. You say. Okay,
don't come to his county.
That's what you heard.
We can hear.
Okay. Well, I want to say this, Mr. Rhines. It is a sad day in our United States of America where...
Wait a minute, y'all be quiet. Let's listen to one person at a time, please.
It is a sad day in our United States of America where a person can get a permanent aggravated stalking order granted.
Excuse me, come on here. They can't hear you if they got all that behind you, baby. It's a waste of time, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, when they get out there on this channel, they're not going to hear nothing you saying.
Okay, let's talk one at a time.
They don't do it on TV like this, do they?
One at a time. Come on. It is a sad day. It is a sad day in the United States of America, the land of the free, the home of the brave, when an individual can get a permanent aggravated stalking order based on what somebody say they heard. He got in there in the courtroom and he said he heard what Roscoe gonna do. He heard. This is wrong. This is an injustice. This kind of needs to be investigated because I heard out of his mama's own mouth that she told me that she is in these judges' pockets. This should not even have been heard here in Coffee County because his mama, Mr. Presley, can testify to it. She told him. So I'm gonna turn it over to Mr. Presley, who can verify that his mama, Louise Baker, told me herself she's in the judge's pocket. She got him in her pocket. She got him in her pockets. So why would a judge grant something on hearsay for permanently? This needs to be appealed. Roscoe's wife, did she leave? Yes, ma'am.
Needs to get with her husband and appeal that order, what was just granted. It needs to be appealed within the timeline. Mr. Presley?
My name is Hal Presley Sr. Lou Bailey, she's proud of what she said. And she said exactly what Commissioner Pearson said. I got these judges in my pocket. That's what she said. I got them in my pocket. And if that is the truth, especially the one that's presiding over Roscoe Allen.
I can't do that. Lord knows I can't. I know ain't nobody gonna hear this. Yeah. It'll be out there, nobody can hear you. Hear them, but won't hear you.
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm, man, but I see it all the time.
Okay.
But black folk won't say it on camera like you saying.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Roscoe Allen, he's in jail, and one of those judges that Lou said she got in her pocket presided over him. And is with him right now. So I'm sort of confused about how the law's supposed to work. I thought if you had any close ties with folk like that, then they shouldn't be presiding over a case that you were involved in. But it's so here. Mm-hmm. They're doing it. They're doing it. And again, I say, she told me out of her own mouth.
Now, if she said that, can you tell me what's that person's name again, just for the record?
Her name is Lou Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
That's Tony Paulk's mama.
Mm-hmm.
She's well known around here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask her for it.
Mm-hmm.
She told me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't ask her for anything.
And what's your name?
Hal Presley Sr.
Thank you so much.